Your mum plays a huge role in this, doesn't she?
Yes.
Because you fell pregnant when you were 16 and the baby wasn't planned. The father of the baby moved on in his own way and wasn't interested in this. And you knew if you told your mum, she would make you...
She'd force an abortion.
Force an abortion. So you kept this completely secret entirely to 6 months so that was not an option that she could force you to have.
Yeah.
And her reaction to you having a baby straight away was, you can't have this. And in fact... it was her position in society that she felt would be threatened by you having this baby.
She thought she would lose her place in the golf club.
It's extraordinary, isn't it, really?
Sorry.
No, I can understand. I can understand how you feel about this entirely. A different world back then as well, growing up in South Wales in the 70s.
Very, very different. It's... I suppose my mother was a product of her time as well, really. She was the ultimate 50s housewife. You know, they had cocktail parties with French bread made into millipedes and, you know, ladies wore frocks with big skirts and life was perfect. And if you were really perfect, you gave your husband a son. You didn't have twins, a boy and a girl, and the girl survived and the boy didn't.
No, that what happened.
And I never got forgiven for that.
Right.
And so what did your father say when he found out?
My dad wasn't a highly emotional man. In fact, I think children were a bit of a mystery to him. He just told me to grow up. Well, I begged him to let me keep Nicola, and he just sort of brushed me away and said, grow up, and walked away.
And in the hospital, after you'd had Nicola, you almost went into a bit of naive denial, really, didn't you?
Yeah. So it was Christmas time, there was going to be a miracle.
Yeah. And you
didn't happen.
You had 10 beautiful days with her, and you turned 17 during this time. That day when, as you said there in your post online, where you went down to the car park to, well, not even hand her over, have her wrestled from your arms. How did you feel at that moment?
Literally what I said, like my heart had been ripped out of my chest. It was so callous and so unfeeling, and my mother couldn't even come to grips with the idea that I might love this child. As far as she was concerned, it was a little bastard, and that was it.
And
that's her words.
That's what she said, didn't she? Yeah.
And right, from that moment on, there was no hug afterwards, after the baby had gone?
Nothing. She arranged for me to go away for a few days to recover. I came back and had a nervous breakdown.
And she never acknowledged that she had a granddaughter?
No.
Or that you had a daughter?
No. Not until she was dying 2 years ago.
And what did she say?
Just before she died, she said, you told me you'd never forgive me. And I said, yes, I did.
And is that the last thing that was said, or was there more said?
I said, let's talk about something else.
And so, when you got that picture on that first birthday, the only picture you have, and it's fading now over time, how did that make you feel when you saw her a year old?
It was comforting. It was comforting because she looked beautiful. Her bedroom looked lovely. She had a beautiful cot. So I knew that she was really in her family. And I accepted that right from the beginning, that once she entered into the family, there was no way I was ever going to intervene to try and get her out of it again.
No. As long as she was happy.
As long as she was happy. And she obviously was. She was an adorable little dot when she was born, and she looked even more adorable a year later.
Well, Nicola, she could be watching now. We don't know whether she is watching, and hopefully, because of all of this, well, she'll contact you.
I will announce on television now that when I go home, I'm shutting my Facebook page because I can't take the pressure.
Why would you do that? She might contact you.
I've been getting a lot of hate mail.
Right. Okay.
Can you get someone else to vet it for you?
I might be able to.
Because she might use that to contact you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually there are other avenues. Yeah, go on.
I'm nodding really because I feel very sad that you haven't had the support that you've needed over the years. And in fact, the law changed in 2005, which gave birth relatives the right to request an intermediary service. And you can get help, and in a safe way where you can both be supported, because an agency will help you locate her, and they will make contact with her and ask if she wants contact. Admittedly, we don't know how it will end up, but at least you'll be supported along the way.
I think by now she is probably aware because it's just everywhere like a rash. I hope I haven't hurt her. I hope I haven't placed a burden on her shoulders.
The thing is, though, that
I just want closure.
Yeah.
I want either to know her or for her to tell me, no, I don't want to know. And I would respect that.
you were a 16-year-old girl. You've told us it's been plainly obvious how much you absolutely loved her.
Yeah.
It's the 1970s. It's a part of the country where, you know, it's not as if, you know, it's here where things were a little more accepted.
Welsh Valleys, it's not...
But nevertheless, hopefully, I think that when she sees this, if she sees this or she sees that post, she's going to understand the circumstances so much more. But I really think you should get someone else to look at your Facebook page. Don't you do it if it's... And also, don't be affected by the fools that contact you.
It can be incredibly hurtful.
Yes, don't be
I've
affected
had
by that.
125, Nicholas.
That's so...
And usually ending up with a sting in the tail at the end of the post.
Oh, no, that's cruel.
Well, let someone else do that.
We wish you all the luck with this, and thank you for coming and telling us your story on The Sofa Today.
Thanks for watching. Click here for more This Morning videos.